So I watched an interview the other day on Luke Thomas with Diego Sanchez's coach, Joshua, whatever, don't care. Um, Let me preface this by being honest here. I don't care who Diego Sanchez has trained him. It's his business. Um, yeah, I think he's got some strange ideas and practices, but that's really none of my business, and I don't really get into that. But I have to say, his trainer now is kind of a lunatic. And I've never trained with him, and I don't read his garbage because it to me is, it's basically a romance novel. I mean, he's, I don't know, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. It's all cliches and it sounds good, and but from what I understand, he talks about magic and things like that, which let's not get into that. Okay, that's just not. Diego Sanchez is a Hall of Famer. He's a great fighter. He's been around forever and all that. Maybe Luke Thomas is right that he found somebody who would listen to him and he thought was his friend, and he needed somebody because he was going through a divorce and all that. I don't know. I have no idea. All I do know is listening to his coach talk. His coach, he made a few points that I'll give him. I don't want to give him credit where it's due because that's, certainly not. I don't want to be unfair. He said Joe Rogan's an idiot. Not going to argue there. Joe Rogan says some stupid things, and he's very opinionated, and if you disagree with his opinion, Joe Rogan can be an idiot. And, but many people can. The point he made that I agree with, that Joshua said, was you're commenting on it and you don't know what our symbols are. When I say 100, what that means. You don't know what terminology that is, how we've created that, and how we've come to that over time. And he's right. He's right. I mean, some people say, throw your 1, 2, and finish it with a 7, and they have a code, and that's how they speak and they talk, and maybe they think the other side might hear them, and then if they do that, they won't understand what they're saying, or I don't know. Maybe it's easier at full speed in practice, or I don't know. Their logic. I know what I do when I train people and coach them. I say what I say, and I have my beliefs, and I'm certainly not going to knock anybody for theirs. But magic and and some of the crazy things that have come over time. I mean, Diego's done that too. I mean, he's had the oxygenated water, and alkaline water can heal, whatever. So I guess CTE, or I don't know. Cancer. I don't know. I don't know what he was talking about. And from the way Diego speaks, I think he does have CTE, and that or he never was that smart. No, not trying to be a jerk, but he just comes off that way. I'm not saying he's not that smart. I'm saying that's how it sounds. And I don't want to be cruel. I'm not, trying to pick on somebody when they're down. But when you listen to him talk, you've got to wonder sometimes what's going on there. And his coach, he's just a cliche, and even when he's asked a direct question, he doesn't want to answer it. Luke Thomas asked him, what do you think qualifications are for being a cornerman? He didn't answer. He didn't say, oh, I'm qualified. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I've done that, and I've done this, and I've trained with these people, and, ran a school for this. He has no idea of his own qualifications, or he certainly doesn't think that the world will agree with him, and he doesn't put them out there. And I was just really blown away. I mean, if somebody asked me, I would give mine. I would tell them, I'm a black belt in this, I'm a black belt in that. I've run my own school for over 20 years. I've trained X amount of people. I've trained world champions, grappling world champions. I mean, it's what I've done. And it would take me about 3 seconds to start telling you who I am and what I've done. If Chael Sonnen decided he was going to be a trainer, people say, what are your qualifications? He'd say, well, I fought in Bellator, I fought in UFC, I fought WEC, I was a wrestling All-American, whatever, two-time, whatever he was. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu as well. I mean, that's what you're going to do. You're going to explain to people who you are and what it is that your qualifications are, or what you think your qualifications are, because there is no standard. There's no, I have a degree from the University of so-and-so, in MMA. So it's basically, I've been around my whole life, I've trained my whole life, I've sparred, I've fought, I've done this. So I am now, in my own mind, qualified to do it. I don't know why he answers questions in such backwards riddles. It really does not credit him at all. It actually makes him look stupid. It makes him look like he doesn't have a qualification. If I say, why are you qualified? And you say, well, what does qualified really mean? Now we're getting into Bill Clinton. What's your definition of sex? Really? I think pretty much anyone knows. There's a line. If you cross certain things, you've crossed the line. You don't say, well, what do you call, what's qualified anyway? Who determines if you're qualified? Well, I guess you do. I guess you in your own mind say, look, I can go out, I can train people, here's why. A little bit of self-confidence in that area is probably a really, really big thing. And he didn't seem to have any. And then he got very, very, I'm just going to say bitter. Okay, I don't want to, again, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. But he got upset. And the way he got upset, he started getting childish about it. Okay, I guess I'm going to pick on him. He started lashing out. These idiots and I agree. I'm not saying that Joe Rogan doesn't say ridiculous things. I'm not get into that. Let's get into this though. When someone questions you and you've gone on a show to do a worldwide interview, maybe you should be prepared to do it as a professional and not get upset and start getting loud and bitter and vulgar. And I guess vulgar is not too fair. He was cursing, but is that really necessary to start name calling people who disagree with you? And just look, man, he doesn't like the way I train people, but you know what? I don't care how people like the way I train people. Diego likes the way I train him, and that's all that matters. And if anybody else wants to come over and I train them and they're happy, that's all that matters. I'm not here to make everybody in the world happy. I'm here to do my job, and I am good at this and good at that and good, and he motivates Diego, and whatever he wants to use as a qualification is fine. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to come out and name call other people who disagree with him, and he wants to name call people who um, have credibility in the sport, and instead of saying, "Hey, I can earn that credibility as well," he's going to try and run them down, and that's the most childish way to do it I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen it my entire life. Is usually if you can't tell me what's good about you, but what's bad about other people, then I'm going to say you don't believe in yourself. You should. I don't care. If American Top Team has this or AKA has that, or it doesn't matter. If Ivan, right here in Vegas, was to decide to train people, I know I can do it. I've done it. I've been successful at it, and I could do it again. And I could take those people to the highest level of the sport if they wanted to work on that. I can do that. Okay, I know it. I've done it, and I can do it again. I don't need someone else to come out, come out and agree with me or back me up. I just need to know in my own mind that I can do it. And Joshua, he just doesn't. He just doesn't have that confidence. He comes out and gets upset if you question anything. He got upset, and he started name calling, and he started running. So Joe Rogan now is an idiot. I think Joe Rogan says stupid things. I think Stephen A. Smith says stupid things. I think everyone I've ever seen. He jumped on Daniel Cormier. Everyone I've ever seen commentate. I've disagreed with something they've said. And if I was commentating a UFC show, people would be disagreeing with some of the things that I said. But I'm not going to scream about it. They're not stupid because we just disagree. They're great doctors all over the world, and they don't agree on everything. It doesn't mean one of them's wrong. It means they have a difference of opinion. And when he can't back himself up and just say, here's who I am and here's why I'm good, but he has to go to this other level, it gets really bad. And then magic and mystical. And now, on that, if you believe that, fine. I don't have a problem with whatever you want to believe. But I think you do need to be real in the world and realize that the rest of the world probably doesn't and might not want to hear it. And might want to, smirk at you a little bit or smile and laugh or make fun of you because they don't believe in it. That's their right and their opinion. But maybe you shouldn't put that out there into the public space where they have an opportunity to run you down for your thoughts if you can't stand what they're going to say about it. And that just seemed like the entire interview to me was the fact that he couldn't stand the heat. Everyone should just give him his respect and leave him alone. It's not going to happen. Not everybody thinks Conor McGregor's a great fighter. Not everybody thinks Khabib's a great champion. Not everybody thinks Tony Ferguson can beat Khabib. That's the way it goes. If you're in this sport, you have a lot of people disagree with you. And I think you need to just tighten up your belt and deal with it. You're making money, you're making a living off of this sport. You're doing what you want to do. Who cares what other people think? But if you put it out where everyone in the world gets to see it, you better be ready for some criticism, because that seems to be more, more of what you're going to get than support, especially when you're saying things like mystical, magical, we can cure things and whatever. I don't even know what I was saying, so I'm not trying to quote everything, but it came off kind of kooky, kind of crazy. And Diego Sanchez, if you're happy with that, God bless you, man. Knock yourself out. I'm glad you've got his back. I heard your interview where you said you got his back. He's your boy. I'm happy with that. I have no problem with that. I wish you both luck, but take the criticism with a grain of salt, because you're going to get more of it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you videos. Thank you.